I typed it out knowing I was going to have to say it out loud. And like, I feel like there's a coat of like slime and gristle just all over me, and I need to shout. Trust me, you'll know it when I get there, and you're not gonna want to sit there anymore. It makes you feel dirty. Now, even though he has met
a comedy show, people.
That's a laugh riot. All these women died. Anyway, even though he has met Karla, the woman he will eventually marry, and the woman that he claims to love and can't live without, he was still in a relationship with Jennifer, among others. About a month after they met, Paul graduated from the University of Toronto, and Jennifer accompanied Paul's parents to the ceremony, not Karla.
I'm so disappointed in him. I was having such high praise for this guy until I found out he's been cheating on his underage woman with another underage woman. Paul, could you?
I mean, all the other shit aside, monogamy, man, commitment, fuck.
Thought we were bros.
Now, after a few drinks, Paul started accusing Jennifer of cheating with other men, because that's what they do. Anytime your partner is adamant you're cheating on them, there's a good chance that more than likely they think that you're cheating because that's what they're doing. I mean, at least in my experience. She's like, okay, whatever, kind of brushed it aside. She knew this was just kind of how Paul acted. So she gave him her present. A very nice sweater. Like one of those, not like, Target sweater, but like one of those Nordstrom rack type sweaters. Super expensive, super nice. You can wear it to the office and do all. And he absolutely blew up at her, telling the whole lounge. They got into it, and he stands up and he looks at the lounge. He goes, "This one's a slut." And he walks. It's like, dude, what the fuck? She got up, went to find a phone to call her father for a ride home. And when she went outside, she found him doing donuts in the parking lot in his white Capri. What? Just a douche. Just a douche. I'm all pissy. I'm going to go do
fingerless gloves on and sunglasses at night.
He's listening to Duran Duran. He's just... They both agreed that the relationship was over. But he said he needed to do the honorable thing and give her a ride home. She got in, and he locked the doors, made sure her seatbelt was nice and tight, and then began punching her. Every stoplight, he would hit her over and over. They didn't go to her house either. They went to a deserted factory parking lot where they used to go parking, as you do when you're in a relationship with an underage girl. I mean, what else? You go parking. Can't be too much to do in Canada. She was bruised and swollen by then, and he pulled out his knife and held it to her throat. Now, luckily for her, when she jumped for the door, he dropped the knife in between the seats and couldn't get to it because he's a fucking Nimrod. She jumps for it, and he's like, "Oh!" And he just drops the knife. I mean, why? Why? Just because she lunges for her door, would you drop a knife? It's like,
yeah. So
she moved quick like a cat. And he's like, "Ah!" And he just dropped the knife. Hey. Anyway, Jennifer ran into the woods and got away.
Slasher, that would go, not but you know what I mean. I was going to say, it's going to be like slasher killer style thing.
That's a weird noise to make, Dan.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be like, like a slasher movie goes to chase her, and she's just
chasing after.
He's running, he's casually strolling. She trips, and then she trips again over nothing, and eventually he catches up to her and
crawls instead of standing up and running again, she crawls for 3/4 of a mile until he catches up.
She hits all the tropes, and then she runs out to the road. She thinks she's safe, but she gets run over by a car.
Yeah.
Done. And scene.
But
no, she had to get away.
She gets away. She ruins the movie by just getting away.
Roll credits.
It's going to be in the description. We find out Dan is a horrible person.
Yeah, the killer that nearly was. And that's it.
This would just be a mere setback for the person that Paul was going to become. So there's no real way of knowing who the first was, but we're pretty sure.